Yeah. Oh, sorry. Didn't know if I was ready to go or not yet. Uh, hey everyone. I'm Rythin. This is Youyou game. Uh, I guess I'll just get started right away and then talk a bit about the game uh, as I play. So let's start in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. So this is a 3D or like 2.5D sort of hack and slash platformer. It's a Toho fun game, obviously. Uh, we're playing as Yumu. We have a bunch of abilities. I'll explain in a second. Uh, First, however, we have a skip coming up in about 10 seconds, and it's probably one of the hardest skips in the game right away at the start of the run. So I do want to focus a bit for this. Oh, come on. That's quite unfortunate. Okay. Okay, there we go. We got it. Whew. So yeah, that was Cherno Skip. That skips a boss. But we'll be coming back for her because this is 100%. Which means we have to collect all those yellow orbs. Yes, I said the word. And kill all the bosses. So here we go. First boss, Cherno. We'll use the dash in combination with just normal sword slashes to push her into a corner and then use the dash to push her out of bounds. So that was Cherno quick kill. That was a pretty good fight. So yeah, I guess I can talk a bit about like the game in general and the abilities now. So as you can see from the HUD in the bottom right, I have my health, which is the green bar, obviously. I have the yellow orbs, which is also what I'm collecting. Every time I collect 3 of those orbs, my sort of meter increases by 1. And these orbs are used for basically all my abilities. So you can see me using the dash a lot right now. There are other abilities that will come into play later, but I'll be mostly using the dash as it's the fastest way of moving around and also one of the better ways of doing damage. So here I'll be collecting the 3rd golden orb, and as you can see, I now have 4 energy slots. So we'll be collecting all of them throughout this run. And also I have a yellow bar, which is my spell card meter, and that is used for a special attack that I'll be using on most bosses. So this is the first real boss of the run. This is Gamma the Toad. He can be a bit mean because he can do this jump attack, and you can't really do much about it. But other than that, it's a pretty straightforward boss fight. He tries to stun me, but I can do a melee attack when he hits me to sort of cancel that animation, so that's convenient. And there is a spell card. And that was the first boss done. Also something to mention is I'm using a technique called melee cancelling, where by pressing the button to dash, even if I don't have the energy to, sort of cancels the current state of the combo animation for the melee attack. So I can spam the first attack of the combo over and over again. And the first attack just does like 2 more damage than the following ones. So it's a tiny optimization that just helps. That was the def I used to warp back to the checkpoint, since collectibles are saved between deaths. And here is a small skip where we just sort of do a blind dash and yeah, skip some platforming. And now I'll just be making my way through the level as usual, trying to manage my energy. it's basically a little game within a game, trying to keep the energy never full but never empty. Since obviously if it's full, it's not recharging and you're wasting time. But if it's empty, you might need a dash that you you just don't have. So there I skipped a checkpoint to do another dev abuse here. So I activated my spell card while collecting that orb. And the spell card has a sort of forward movement to it. So I just used that to fall under the map and respawn at the checkpoint while the animation was playing out. And here I hit a bot with a spell card as I was teleporting into the boss fight, which activated the spell card during the cutscene. It just saves some time because, well, you can't do anything during the cutscene. So this is Marisa. This is a 3-stage fight where she will be doing that spell card of hers twice. And between those, I can just fight her normally. And there I'm using the Icicle ability, which is the second ability that Youyou has. It has a better stun than the dash, that's why I'm using it. I also did something called bot snipe, where I sniped a bot that's out of sight below the arena to keep my combo. Combo is it's sort of important to maintain your combo throughout the run. If you have a higher combo, your energy recharges faster, which is obviously beneficial for bosses. Okay, and we're on to the third stage, also known as the worst stage of the run. This is basically a 2D platformer of sorts. Well, again 2.5D, but this time it's not top-down, it's side-scrolling. And a lot of these cycles are just kind of RNG, at which point in the cycle they start. So you can lose a handful of seconds just to being unlucky. It also has some pretty tough optimizations, so I hope I can get those. Here's just the tiniest skip of jumping over that gate. You're supposed to clear out that whole room of enemies and then the gate opens, but you can just jump over it. Okay. And yeah, I'll just be doing some platforming, so if the host has anything to say, now is a perfect time.
Okay, we're just going to pop in there for a second. We have a $5 donation from Kuno Dimitri saying, "Hey Rythin, good luck from the Goose Squad. Just remember, we all believe in you."
Hey Kuno, thank you.
We also have a $10 donation from Lali Lulelo saying, donating to name both the character and the dream girl A in Tulip, because that's how Pa always does it in practice, and it makes some of the dialogue fairly funny. And we also have a $5 donation from Anonymous. Thank you so much to everyone for that.
Okay, I'll be interrupting you here now.
No, perfect.
So coming up is another mini boss, Momiji, and I'll be trying to do a AI disable glitch. Okay, I missed it. I can try again, it's fine. So again, I'll be using the spell card to sort of move forward to fall into the water as the fight is starting. And that way I have control during the cutscene, which allows me to just kill the boss without her being able to do much of anything. Like that. Coming up is a pretty tough jump. Nice, got it. Shoutouts to Sir DFM for finding that. Saves going on one of the springs. That is real unfortunate. Let's try again. Okay, and coming up here is the Aya boss fight. So I'll be doing the same thing again with disabling her AI by dashing into this corner here and then dashing off, since I don't have my spell card at this point yet. So this is one of the most notorious bosses in this game just because of this attack. It's extremely slow and she can do it whenever she wants to. So I'm just hoping to stun lock her enough, which seems to be going pretty well so far. Okay, nice. So I ended up not using my spell card, but it's fine. I'm just happy she didn't fly around too much. So yeah, this is like her spell card. She it's sort of a bullet hell thing, except the projectiles she sends out don't have a hitbox for a couple seconds when they spawn in, so you can just sort of stay close and not worry about it. Okay, are we onto the factory? I'm doing another AA disable here. The same with a spell card. This one is definitely the most minor of them all. Okay, it's a new one. Yeah, so that one was just supposed to disable the enemies here, because whenever you collect an orb, the AI sort of comes back. So that one was just to make that orb pick up a bit easier, but it's fine. And just one more orb here. Okay, and we're good to go complete the level. So in this level there's like a whole puzzle platformer section where there's like 2 levers you have to hit to open this big gate ahead of me. But I can just sort of do this and it's all good. Don't worry about it. So you actually need 4 dashes for that, which makes it not possible for any percent. We have different strats for any percent, so we don't do the puzzle either way, but yeah. And this boss fight is, well, obviously, as you do in a Toho game, you have to have a Gundam boss fight, obviously. Uh, Luckily, this is one of the easier ones because you just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 spell card, and that's the boss done. She has very little HP. Nice, I got the clip. So I managed to clip out of bounds and get control of Youyou during the cutscene here, which means I get to bully Sanae a little bit. And that's very convenient because the combo I got from her, I get to keep into this level, and that means my energy recharges faster at the start. And so I get to do some throwing skips because I just have a lot of energy. There we go. And another platforming skip by just chaining to the end. Okay, so now we've got Hakurai Shrine, which is probably the most technical level. There's quite a lot that goes on here that's kind of hard to explain. But basically there are these seals that you have to hit to break, and they open these gates that you just saw one on the left. So there's a way to lower the water, or like change the water level. So on the left it lowers, and on the right it goes up. But instead of doing that, I'll just do a spin attack, which is the first time you've seen me use that ability. To hit a seal while I'm voiding out from the water. And that lets me just skip doing a bunch of stuff. I still have to change the water level, which is why I'm breaking the seal over here. This is just for 100%. This is not required for just beating the level, but to get all the orbs I need to do this. Which makes the routing for this stage a bit more interesting, since you have to do one of those checkpoint avoidances. And then we come over here and clip through this invisible wall to get to the very end. And yeah, now we just collect the 3 orbs, which hopefully I'll get to show off a bit of a fancy strat. Okay, I didn't. It's unfortunate. So you can get one of those orbs to follow you, but not collect right away, and collect 2 of them at once, which saves a bit of time because the cutscenes overlap. But it's not too big of a deal. And okay, we're on to Reimu, which is also one of the most RNG bosses in the game. I'm hitting one of the pillars with my spell card to once again just do damage during the cutscene. And now I'll just be going ham at her, hoping she doesn't stun me like this, because if she does, she'll lose spell card. So she can do anywhere between 0 and like 20 spell cards during this fight. So obviously I'm hoping for as few as possible, which 1 is pretty average, so I'm happy with that. And yeah, there was a safe spot, as you could see, so it's pretty nice. And yeah, we're already on the final stage. We got everything we wanted, basically. Yeah, just gotta make our way to the final boss through this quite annoying level. There's a lot of these enemies that shoot these stun projectiles, and it's very easy to get stunned and lose a couple times. Sorry, a couple seconds. I'm just... Whew.
Is it all right if I read out a quick donation while you're making your way to the boss?
Yeah, of course. Go ahead.
Perfect. We have a $10 anonymous donation saying, "Great cause. Let's help to bring knowledge and enlightenment to everyone in the world. Good luck to the runners." Thank you so much. And just a reminder, we're trying to get that Oblivion incentive met. So if you want to see Oblivion speedrun this evening, we got to get that donation incentive met.
Yeah, definitely donate for the incentives. Oblivion is a really cool one. You don't want to miss that. But yeah, this is Youyou. No, Youyou. Yes, Youyou. Yes, Youyou. I get them mixed up all the time. Yeah, it's a 2-phase fight. The first one was what you saw, and the second is an avoidance. Except it's really easy to cheese, because you can just stand in the middle. And 2 more attacks, and timing will be when Youyou sort of explodes after this. For this last attack. So... time.
GG.
GG, okay. So before I go, I just want to give a quick shout out to everyone in the Yumu game community. So shoutouts to Gandrake, Naro, GFM, who are all the active runners at the time. Also Akatorn, Sent, I'm forgetting someone. Sotena, that's right. Yeah, shoutouts to all of you for glitch hunting the heck out of this game, making the run what it is today. Uh, and yeah, thank you First Fatals for the awesome cause, and thank you for having me. Uh, I'll be back tomorrow with another wonderful game, so look forward to that, and look forward to the next run. Thanks for having me.
Thanks so much for running this for us. So while we're waiting for the next run, talk about a few things here. First off, we still have over $3,000 to go if we want to see Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion played currently this evening around 9:30 Eastern Time. So I know everyone's going to want to see that. Those are always really, really fun speedruns. So definitely want to get some donations in for that. So I have faith that we can definitely get that met. In the meantime, let's just talk for a moment about why we're here. We're here supporting Malala Fund, which is working for worlds where every girl can read and lead. With more than 130 million girls out of school today, they're breaking down barriers that hold girls back through investing in local education activists, advocating to hold leaders accountable, and amplifying girls' voices. Also, in case you haven't already noticed, we are very thankfully being sponsored again by the Yeti, who has a wonderful shirt out there for us. If you buy one of those shirts, $5 from each shirt purchase will go towards Malala Fund. So you definitely want to check those out. They have three different cuts of the same shirt. One, a very beautiful long sleeve flowy shirt, and which is the first time I've seen that style of shirt on their website. So if you want not just a regular T-shirt, I definitely recommend checking it out because that shirt looks fabulous. And with that, we are going to go to a Twitch ad. I've been Netara, and I will see you again later in this marathon. Enjoy the next runs.
Welcome back, guys. I am Geek Ella. I'll be your host for the next couple hours. We are currently at $1,307 for that Oblivion run later tonight out of $5,000. So let's see if we can get some donations in to get that met. But coming up next is Else Heartbreak by Prigtopia. Super excited about that one. I mean, we have a $15 donation from Nosby. Let's close some Oblivion gates and prove we're heroes by providing knowledge and opportunities to all women of the world. Thank you to the staff and runners for bringing about a brighter tomorrow for all. Thanks so much for that $15 donation. We also have a $5 donation from Anonymous. Thanks so much for that $5 donation. And this is just a reminder that we still have those Yeti shirts. Yeti is donating $5 per Frost Vital shirt sold to Malala Fund. You can find those shirts at theyeti.com. All right, and here we are. We're ready for